Hello everyone, I'm audible. Hello everyone. Hello everyone, we are going to start two-port network. In two-port network, it will take 4 to 5 lectures, maybe 6 lectures. So in two-port network, first of all we will define Z parameter. Today we will study Z parameter in detail. Then after Y parameter in detail, and then after H parameter, hybrid parameter, and G parameter, and ABCD parameter. So these are the all parameters which we are going to study part by part. Today we will focus on two points. First of all, first thing is Z parameter and Y parameter. Today we will focus. Okay, so first of all we will go for Z parameter. Okay, so first point we have to note what we are going to study in Z parameter. So nomenclature. What is the name of Z parameter? Then after we will know anything else. So first of all we are going to know what is Z parameter. First of all, Z parameter is known as driving open circuit, driving point, open circuit, driving point impedance. So it is known as open circuit driving point impedance. So this name you should remember, impedance. Then after second one is Y parameter. Y parameter is known as short circuit driving point admittance. And third one is H parameter. H parameter is hybrid parameter. That means it has open circuit impedance and short circuit admittance both. So H parameter is known as hybrid parameter. Hybrid parameter is used during the amplification version of transistor or BJT. In case of BJT, we will study hybrid parameter model, which is very useful. Then after fourth one is, after hybrid parameter there is G parameter. G parameter is nothing but inverse of hybrid parameter. So inverse hybrid parameter. Then after we have fifth one, capital ABCD parameter. ABCD parameter is known as transmission line parameter because it is very useful in EMFT and power system, transmission line parameter. So ABCD parameter is transmission line parameter. Okay, so it is very useful in during the calculation of transmission line. It is very useful. So transmission line parameter is useful in calculation of transmission line in power system and EMFT. Hybrid parameter is useful in analog electronics, BJT. and short circuit parameter and open circuit parameter is useful in network solving approach, problem solving approach. It will give you a good idea. So first of all, we are going to study Z parameter. What is Z parameter, how it is calculating, and what is the name of all Z parameters, Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. So first one is nomenclature, second one is equivalent model, or I will teach you equivalent model after some time. So in all equivalent model I will teach you in all equivalent model I will teach in one class. So equivalent model I will not teach right now. So first one is parameters, how parameters are defined and what is the name of parameters. These two things I will describe. Then after conversion of parameter I will teach you, and then after we will go through the question discussion, and after that equivalent model, many things we are going to study. Series parallel model or parallel series model or parallel model, series model, or many things, T network, pi network, symmetrical network, reciprocal network, and then after many things we are going to study after that. So two-port network is a very vast topic. It is very useful in electrical and electronics. Many times 1 marks question or 2 marks question asked in GATE exam and ESE exam both. So it is very important topic, and I will try to cover every topic of two-port network so that you will understand very clearly all points of two-port network. But it is very tough in a manner of to memorize the formula of two-port network. So I will tell you, I will just tell you that you will not memorize that formula. Try to derive that formula, and then after apply that formula and you will get the answer. In recent year, in the GATE 2024, electrical one question asked something like that, a Z parameter or Y parameter is given and ABCD parameter they are asking in cascading format. So it is totally based on ABCD parameter. So you have to first of all convert ABCD Z parameter into ABCD parameter, Y parameter into ABCD parameter, then after cascade it and then give the answer. So it is a very important point, so that you have to remember the process, not you have to remember the points. Okay, so first of all we are going to I am going to teach you. First of all I am going to teach you Z parameters. Okay, so there is a two-port network. There is a two-port network. What is two-port network here? Two-port network is nothing but it is a input-output relation. Two-port network is nothing but it is a input-output relation. Okay, so here what will happen, there is a input current I1, there is a input voltage V1. V1 is not here, it is near to the two-port network. It will not considered here, it will considered here. Then after there is a input voltage V2 and current I2, and there is a parameter Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. This is the parameters. So how we will define Z11, Z22? V1 and V2 are dependent voltage, and it is written as Z11 I1, Z12 I2, and here Z21 I1 and Z22 I2. So what is ZMN? First of all we will understand what is ZMN. M is our input point, M is our output, and N is represent input. So you will understand output is at 1, output is at 1, and input is from 1, input is from what 2. So here I1 1, I2 2. So what is output? 1. What is output? 1. What is output? 2. What is output? 2. Input is 1, input is 2, input is 1 and input is 2. So you will understand like this. Okay. Then after we will go through the point. What is Thevenin? Okay. Then what is dependent variable and which one is independent variable? So here V1 and V2 are dependent variable. This type of variable, dependent variable. And I1 and I2 is independent variable. I1 and I2 are independent variable. Okay, sir. So this one is dependent variable and second one is independent variable. Okay. Then after we will go through Z11, Z12, Z22. Okay. Then after we will go through Z11, Z22. What is the name of Z11? What is the name of Z12? What is the name of Z21? What is the name of Z22? Yes, it will be completed and this point will be completed. This two-port network will be completed. Next our point is nomenclature. 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 The name of Z11. So what is the formula for this one? V1, Z11, I1, Z12, I2 and formula for V2 is Z21, I1 and Z22, I2. Okay, sir. First of all, what we will do, I will put I1 is equal to 0. If current is 0, that means port 1 is open circuit. That means current I1 is 0, so port 1 is open circuit. Port 1 is open circuit. Always try to remember that. Here open circuit, by open circuit we are going to find out the parameters. So port 1 is open circuit. Okay. Then after, if I1 is 0, what is the points here? I will derive Z12. Z12 is V1 by I2. V1 by I2. And Z22 is, so Z22 is V2 by I2. Yes, sir. Here I1 is equal to 0. So I have to write down I1 is equal to 0. That means port 1 is open circuit. Here I1 is equal to 0. That means I1 is equal to 0 means port 1 is open circuit. Then after we are going to the point that first port is considered as input port and second port is considered as output port. So first port is considered as input port and second port is considered as output port. So what we are going to think here, that what is the output here? So I1 is equal to 0 and there is output V1. Okay. I2 is, I don't know, it will be 0 or may not be 0 and it will be V2. So first is what? First is V1 by I2 means V1 is output. You can think here like this, V1 is output and I2 is input. V1 is output and I2 is input. So we can say that V1 output, I2 input. So we can say that this one is reverse gain. This one is reverse gains. Why it is reverse? Because first port is output and second port is input. So it is reverse because it is known as, this one is input side and second one is output side. Second one is output side. Okay, so what we are happening here, in input side we are getting output, and in output side we are giving input, so it is something reverse type, so it is reverse gain. So Z12 is known as reverse gain or reverse open circuit impedance. Or it is also known as reverse gain. Okay, then Z22 is nothing but V2 by I2. So V2 by I2 means V2 is output, I2 is output. So voltage upon current is nothing but output impedance, because we are measuring in output side, so it is known as output impedance. So it is known as output open circuit impedance. Output open circuit impedance. Or it is known as output driving point open circuit impedance. Output driving point open circuit impedance. Open circuit impedance. Okay, so this is the point. So first point is Z12, what is Z12? Second point is what is Z22. So you have to understand the real meaning of Z12 and Z22, then you can derive the formula of anything. So you have to understand the meaning of Z12 and Z22. Then after we have second point. Second point is when I2 is 0. When I2 is 0, then what will happen? When I2 is 0, then what will happen? Then what is the name of that point? So I2 is equal to 0. I2 is 0, that means port 2 is open circuit. Okay sir. I2 is 0, so we will define Z11. Z11 is nothing but V1 by I1. I2 is equal to 0, that means open circuit. Okay. Second one is Z21. Z21 is V2 by I1 and I2 is equal to 0, that means open circuit. Yes sir. So we have to tell that what is V1 by I1. So V1 by I1 is nothing but input impedance. So Z11 is known as input open circuit impedance. Open circuit impedance. Okay, or input driving point open circuit impedance. Driving point open circuit impedance. This name is important here. Then after second one is Z21. Here output is 2, input is 1, so it is known as forward gain. So Z21 is known as forward gain, or it is also known as forward open circuit impedance. Forward open circuit impedance. Okay, so these are all points you have to remember. These all points you have to remember. The nomenclature is very, very important for us. So we have to understand what is the nomenclature here, what is the name of that point. It may be very, very beneficiary when you will go through the question. So for question, tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will go through the question. Two-port network is definitely completed, and it will be completed in a very beautiful manner because it is a one topic, so it will be completed. Okay, then you can go through one question. I will tell you, go through that one question. This is the question which we are going to find out the parameters. What parameters, sir? So we are going to find out the Z parameter. How we will find out Z parameter? By open circuit. Always try to remember, by open circuit you are going to find out the parameters. So first what we will do, open circuit, first port or second port, you can go through that. So I will go through first port. I will make first port as a open circuit. I will make first port as a open circuit. So first port I will as a open circuit. What will happen? What will happen if I will make first port as a open circuit? So first port, this is open circuit. Yes sir, this is open circuit. In case of open circuit, what will happen? One second. In case of open circuit, what will happen? Okay, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 1, 2, 2 in both sides. Okay, so this is 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm and 2 ohm. First of all, I'll make I1 is equal to 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is I2 and this is V2. Okay sir. So first of all, what we are going to find out? We are going to find out Z12. If I will make I1 is equal to 0, what will happen? I1 is equal to 0, that means I will define Z12 V1 by I2, I1 is equal to 0, and Z22 V2 by I2, I1 is equal to 0. Okay, so what will happen? Since there is no current flowing here, so I can go through this point. There is a current like this and like this. Let us assume this is I3 and this is I4. This is I3 and this is I4, I3 and this is I2. Yes sir. So I3 will be go like this. So you can think like that. This one is in series condition because same current is flowing. So we can say that this is in series condition. So 1 ohm, 2 ohm, they are in series. 2 plus 1, 3 and 2, 5 ohm. So we can say that this is 5 ohm. 5 ohm, so what will happen? This is 5 ohm and this is 1 ohm. So 5 ohm and 1 ohm. So 5 ohm parallel 1 ohm is nothing but I2 and V2. I2 and V2. Yes sir. So Z22 you will find out V2 by I2 and it will be equal to 5 parallel 1 ohm. 5 parallel 1 is 5 into 1 divided by 5 plus 1, it will be 5 by 6 ohm. 5 by 6 ohm. Next we will go through the Z12. For Z12 what we will do? For Z12 what we will do? Z12 what we will do? So for Z12 you have to find out V1. So this is the voltage V1. Yes sir. And we know that there is a current I3. Yes sir. There is a current I3. Yes sir. There is a current I3. Yes sir. And there is a current I4. Yes sir. So what will happen? This is 5 ohm. Okay. And this is 1 ohm. In 5 ohm, I4 current is flowing. And in 3 ohm, in 1 ohm, I1 current is flowing. I3 current is flowing. And this is I2. And this is voltage V2. Yes sir. V2 is equal to I3 into 5. V2 is equal to I3 into 5. So it is very easy. So V2 is equal to I3 into 5. Yes sir. And I3 is equal to V1 by 1. So V2 is equal to I3 into 5 and I3 is equal to V1 by 1. 5. So V2 is equal to 5 V1. Okay. And I can find I2 in terms of V2. I2 is equal to V2 by 5 parallel 1. So I2 is equal to V2 by 5 parallel 1. So it is nothing but V2 into 6 divided by 5. Yes sir. Then after we will find out V2 in terms of I2. So V2 is equal to 5 I2 divided by 6. Yes sir. I will put in equation 1. So 5 I2 divided by 6 is equal to 5 V1. So I can find out V1 by I2. V1 by I2 is nothing but 1 by 6 ohm. 1 by 6 ohm. Or we can find out easily also. Second way also. How sir we are going to find out? There is many more things we have to study. Second is just current division you will go through. So I3 is equal to total current is I2 divided by 1 by 5 and 1 by 5 plus 1 by 1. So it will be 1 divided by 6. I2 divided by 6. I3 is nothing but I3 is equal to V1 by 1. So V1 by 1 is equal to I2 by 6. So Z12 is equal to V1 by I2. So it will be 1 by 6 ohm. So this is the method. In GATE exam they will ask Z22 or they will ask Z12 or they will ask Z11 or they will ask Z21. They will not ask all 4 things. If they will ask all 4 things, so it will be time taking. Then you have to solve very fast. Second one is I2 is equal to 0. What? I2 is equal to 0. Then what will happen? Second one, I2 is equal to 0. Then what will happen? If I2 is equal to 0, this is voltage V2. Yes sir. And this is voltage V1. Then I2 is equal to 0, then I will divide this current. I will take I5 and I6. Yes sir. This is current I5. This is current I6, I5. Yes sir. So they are in series. 2 plus 1 plus 2, 5. Parallel 1. So Z11 is nothing but Z11 is V1 by I1, and which is equal to 5 parallel 1. 5 parallel 1 is 5 by 6 ohm. From symmetry you can find out also like this. Z21. For Z21 what you will do? Z21 is nothing but I5 you will find out. So I5 is equal to I1 total current 1 by resistance, resistance is 5 ohm, so 1 by 5, 1 by 5 plus 1 by 1, so it will be 1 by 6, and I5 is equal to V2, so V2 is equal to I5 and it will be I1 by 6, so Z21 will be equal to V2 by I1, it is 1 by 6 ohm. Very easy. So we have find out the value of Z parameter. Z parameter is nothing. We have find out the Z parameter. What is the Z parameter here? So Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. What is Z11? 5 by 6, Z12 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and 5 by 6. So we have find out Z11, Z parameter. So it is a very easy question. It is a very easy question. Second one is dependent source type question. Which type question? Dependent source type question. So you have to give the answer for dependent source type question. You can pause the video and solve this question, then after you will get the answer. Okay. Dependent type question. So this is dependent type question. For Z parameter, what you will do? For Z parameter, you have to do I1 is equal to 0. What you will do? I1 is equal to 0. If I will put I1 is equal to 0, then this is open circuit. This is 2 ohm. Yes, sir. And this is the resistance is I1 is equal to 0. There is a voltage, and there is a voltage here 10 E1 minus 10 E1. Yes, sir. And this is current E2, voltage E2. Yes, sir. I will write V1 and V2 so that you will understand very easily. I2, this is 4 ohm and this is 10 E1, 10 V1. Yes, sir. Easily you can find out. Easily you can find out. Then what you will do? First of all, you have to understand V1 and V2 are same. V1 is equal to V2, they are same. Yes, sir. And then apply the KVL. Here current is going like this. I2 current will go because I1 is 0, so I2 will flow. So what is the voltage? So minus to plus, plus V2, plus to minus, minus 4I2, and plus to plus, minus to plus, it will be plus 10 V1 is equal to 0. So minus to plus V2, plus to minus, minus, and minus to plus, it is minus 10 V1, plus 10 V1. Okay. And V1 and V2 are same. So V1 and V2 are same, so 4I2 plus this voltage and this voltage are same because this voltage drop is 0. So what will happen? V1 and V2 is same, so 10 V2 because V1 and V2 are same here. So 10 V2 is equal to 0. That means what will happen? It will be V2 is equal to V2 by I2 is equal to 4 by 11. 4 by 11. That means Z22 is equal to 4 by 11 ohm. And Z12 is equal to V1 by I2. V1 and V2 are same. So V2 by I2. So it will be how much? It will be 4 by 11. So 4 by 11 and 4 by 11. Okay. Then second point is we are going to make I2 is equal to 0. I2 is equal to 0. This is 10 V1. I2 is equal to 0. Yes, sir. I1 is non-zero and I2 is equal to 0. So I1 is non-zero. Yes, sir. And this one is resistance. This one is voltage minus 10 V1. Ohm, and here I2 is equal to 0, and this is the voltage here, plus minus V2. What we'll do? We'll do nothing, just go through this question. I1, current will be flowing like this, plus minus, plus minus. I will just go through this point. KVL. So minus से plus V1, plus से minus 2I1, and plus से minus 4I1, and minus से plus, it will be 10 V1 is equal to 0. Okay, so it will be 11 V1 is equal to 6I1. So Z11 is equal to V1 by I1, and V1 by I1 is 6 by 11 ohm. 6 by 11 ohm. Then after, second point is our next point is V1 and V2 are same? No. V1 and V2 are not same. Why it is not same? Because there V1 and there is a voltage drop which is equal to this voltage. So V1 and V2 are not same. So what I will do? I will just go through this KVL. It will be very easy. Yes, sir. So what is the KVL for this one? V2 minus a plus V2 minus 4I1 and minus a plus 10 V1. Yes, sir. Is equal to 0. And V1 in terms of I1 is 6 by 11 I1. So V2 plus 4I1 minus 10 V1, and V1 will be written as minus 6 by 11 I1. 6 by 11 I1. Yes, sir. Then I will write V1 6 by 11 I1. Then V2 will be equal to 11 44 I1 minus 60 I1 divided by 11. So V2 is equal to minus 16 I1 divided by 11. So Z21 will be equal to minus 16 by 11 ohm. This one is also in ohm. So this is a very good question. Why we have done this? This one is voltage V1, so this one is also V1 because there is no potential drop here. So I will write V1, and V1 and V2 are same because this voltage and this voltage are same, or you can apply KVL also. Then V2 4I2 plus 10 V1. Yes, so it will be V1 and V2 are same, so 4 by 11, no problem with that. And V1 by I2 is nothing but V2 by I2, and V2 by I2 is 4 by 11. Second one is V1 by I1. So for V1 by I1 it will be 11 and 6. So 11 by 6, 6 by 11, no problem with that. And 6 by 11. Then after fill this equation, V2 plus 10 V1, and V1 will be written as 6 by 11. So 6 by 11, 60, 11, 44, 16 by 11. Okay. So Z parameter will be Z11 4 by 11. Z11 is 6 by 11. So Z parameter will be Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. Z11 is 6 by 11, Z12 is 4 by 11, and this one is also 4 by 11, and Z21 is minus 16 by 11. So this is our Z parameter. This is our Z parameter. Next thing is we are going to study input impedance question. Input impedance type question. So how to find input impedance? How to find input impedance in terms of input impedance in terms of Z parameter. Z parameters. Okay. So we have to find out input impedance. This is our block. Okay. There is a load impedance here, ZL. And Z parameter is given, Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. This type of question may be asked in GATE exam. Surely, I1, this is I2 and this is V1. So what is the problem with input impedance? Input impedance problem is that here Zin they are asking. So Zin will be not equal to Z11 because Zin will be equal to Z11 when ZL is equal to infinite. When ZL is equal to infinite, then Zin is equal to Z11. If ZL is not infinite, then Zin is not equal to Z11. Try to understand. So ZL is equal to infinite, port 2 is open circuit, and if port 2 is open circuit, then we will define what? Open circuit impedance. So in that case, Zin will be equal to Z11. Zin is equal to Z11, but here Zin is not equal to Z11 because ZL is not equal to infinite. This is not open circuit. So if ZL is not infinite, then Zin is not equal to Z11. So if ZL is not infinite, if ZL is not infinite, then what will happen? ZL is not infinite. ZL is not equal to infinity, then Zin is not equal to Z11 because it is not open circuit voltage. Open circuit, it is not open circuit impedance because ZL is not infinite, so it is not open circuit impedance. So we have to find out Zin. So what we'll do? Try to find out. This is I2. Yes, sir. So this is current is flowing like this. So current it will be like this. So first of all, I will write two equations in terms of Z parameter. So two equations in terms of Z parameter is V1, Z11, I1 plus Z12, I2. Second one is V2, Z21, I1 and Z22, V2, I2. Yes, sir. Then what will happen? We are going to, for Zin, we are going to find out V1 by I1, but I2 will be stopping here. So I have to find out I2 in terms of I1. Here V2 will be stopping here. V1 by I1, I2 will be stopping here. If I am trying to find out I2 in terms of I1, V2 will be stopping here. So what I will do, I will just apply KVL here, minus plus minus plus. So V2 will be equal to V2 plus I2 ZL is equal to 0. Yes sir, from KVL. So V2 will be equal to minus I2 ZL. Yes sir. Then I will put V2 here. What will happen? I2 ZL is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Then I will find out I2 in terms of I1. I2 in terms of I1 is Z21 divided by ZL plus Z22. Yes sir. So this is I2 in terms of I1. I2 in terms of I1. Yes sir. Then what I will do, I will just put I2 in this equation and we will find out V1 by Z1, V1 by I1. So V1 is equal to Z11 I1, Z11 I1 and Z12 minus Z21 I1 divided by Z22 plus ZL. Yes sir. So you will get V1 is equal to Z11 Z22 plus ZL minus Z12 Z21 divided by Z22 plus ZL. Yes sir. And into I1. So Zin will be equal to V1 by I1. V1 by I1, but I2 is not 0, so it will be not equal to Z11. So Z11 into ZL plus Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21 divided by Z22 plus ZL. This is the point here. If ZL is equal to infinite, if ZL is equal to infinite, what will happen? If ZL is infinite, this term will be 0. So I will put ZL is equal to infinite here. So ZL is infinite, this term will be 0. So it will be equal to V1 by I. Zin will be equal to I will take ZL common, ZL divided by ZL divided by ZL and divided by ZL. So it will be 0, 1, I will take common. So Z11, Z11, Z22, Z12, Z21 divided by ZL and second one is Z22 divided by ZL plus 1. So it will be equal to 0. This one will also equal to 0. So Zin will be equal to ZL. Zin is equal to ZL, Z11. Yes sir, this is open circuit impedance. This is open circuit impedance only if ZL is equal to infinite. So in case of this one, what will happen? In case of this one, if this is the point here and this one is open circuit, then Zin is equal to Z11 and in this case Zin is equal to Z22 because this is also open circuit. So this is open circuit, Zin is equal to Z22. If this is open circuit, Zin is equal to Z11. No problem with that. Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. No problem with that. Okay. So this is the Z parameter. One question related to this. Find two-port network shown in the figure Z parameter. Find input impedance they are asking. So input impedance formula is nothing but Z11 ZL, Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21 divided by Z22 plus ZL. Here Z11 is 1, ZL is 1, Z11 is 1, Z22 is 1, Z12 and Z21 is 0, 0 and 1 plus 1, so it will be 1 ohm. It will be 1 ohm. So it is a very easy question. Just put the value and you will get the answer. Very easy question. Okay. Then one question regarding VTH. One question regarding VTH. So this is VTH type question. VTH and ZTH. So first of all I have to find out VTH here and ZTH. VTH and ZTH. This is VS. This is not NS. We have to find out VTH and ZTH. So for VTH what we will do? For VTH ZL is taken as open circuit. So I will make open circuit. So I will make open circuit. I will make open circuit. Yes sir. So first of all I will make open circuit here. If I will make open circuit, what will happen? There is a load impedance. There is a for VTH ZL is equal to infinite. Yes sir. For VTH I have to replace ZL as a open circuit. Yes sir. ZS. Okay. This is voltage VS. Okay. And this is voltage V1. Okay. This is voltage current I1. Okay. And this is current I2. This is our Z parameter Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. And then after there is a current V2 which is equal to VTH. So VTH and V2 are same. Yes sir. First of all what I will do? I will write this one is open circuit, so I2 is equal to 0. Open circuit, so I2 is equal to 0. So first of all I will write V1. So V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and I'll put I2 is equal to 0, Z21 I1 and Z22 I2. I'll put I2 is equal to 0. So what will be V1? V1 is equal to Z11 I1 and V2 is equal to Z21 I1. Yes sir. Then after second point, I will apply KVL here. So here it will be current flowing like this, so plus minus. So VS will be equal to I1 into ZS plus V1. Yes sir. V1 will be written as Z11 I1. So VS I1 ZS and Z11 I1. So it will be equal to VS will be equal to ZS plus ZL11 is equal to I1. Yes sir. Then V2 is nothing but VTH. So VTH is equal to V2. V2 is equal to Z21 I1 and I1 will be written as in terms of VTS. So Z11 VS divided by ZS plus Z11. So VTS we have find out. So we have find VTH here. It is a very easy. So we have find VTH here. Then we have to find out RTH. For RTH what we will do? will replace short circuit by short circuit. So voltage source will be replaced by short circuit. Voltage source will be replaced by short circuit. Then what will happen? So this one is ZS, this one is ZS. Voltage source V1, voltage source will be replaced by short circuit. For ZTH, voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Yes sir. Then I will go through the points. Yes sir. It will be replaced by short circuit, and this one is the points here, and this is I2. I2 will not be equal to 0. This is V2. Yes sir. And V2 is not equal to VTH. So this is our source voltage, something like that, V and I. So ZTH will be equal to V by and I, V by I. V is nothing but V2 and I is nothing but I2. So ZTH is equal to V2 by I2. Okay. Then we will go for equation. First equation V1. This one is I1. I1 will be flowing like this, so it will be like this. This parameter is Z parameter. Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. So first of all V1 and Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 Z21 I1 plus Z22 V2. But Z22 I2, but V2 by I2, which one is stopping you? For V2 by I2, I1 is stopping, and I1 in terms of I2, V1 is stopping. So I will make KVL here. KVL V1 is equal to minus I1 into ZS. Just put in terms of V1. So I1 into ZS minus I1 into ZS, Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Yes sir. So I2 will be equal to minus I1 will be equal to minus Z12 Z11 plus ZS, and I will put I1 in terms of I2 here. So you will get V2 will be equal to minus Z21 minus Z12 divided by Z11 plus ZS, and I1 plus Z22 into I2. Yes sir. So what you will do? I have put I1 in terms of I2. Then you will get V2 by I2. V2 by I2 is nothing but Z22 into ZS plus Z11, Z22, Z12, Z21 divided by Z11 plus ZS. So this is ZTH. So ZTH is equal to Z22 into ZS plus Z11, Z22, Z12, Z21 divided by Z1 plus ZS, Z11 plus ZS. This is the point here. If I will put ZS is equal to infinite, you will get the answer. And VTH is equal to Z21 VS, Z11 plus ZS. So this is a very important formula you have to remember. So what we have studied right now? So we have studied so many things. This is our two-port network. This is our two-port network. This is our two-port network. This is ZL. This is Z parameter. This is ZS. This is also a Z parameter. Okay. What we have to going to find out? We are going to find out first of all Zin. Here current I1. Here voltage V1. Here current I2. Here voltage V2. Here current I1. Here voltage V1. Here current I2. Here voltage V2. And this is Z out. So Zin will be equal to Z11 ZL plus Z11 Z22 Z12 Z21 divided by Z22 plus Z1. For in case of Z out, it is similar equation. In case of Z11 Z22, in place of ZL ZS, and this will be same Z11 Z22 Z12 and Z21. This one is same, and its denominator it will be changed Z11 plus ZS. Okay, so this is Zin formula and this is Z out's formula. If I will put Zs is equal to infinite, what will happen? If I will put Zn is equal to infinite, what will happen? So ZL is equal to infinite, so it will be Zn is equal to Z11. This is our two-port network and this is output, so Zn will be equal to Z11. And if I will put Zs is equal to infinite, so Z22 will be equal to Z out is equal to Z22, so Z out is equal to Z22. So this is our point here, it is open circuit, and this is Z out, so Z out will be equal to Z22. Simple. Yes sir. Next is VTH and RTH. VTH and RTH. Okay, so for this case what will happen? For this case VTH is equal to Z21 into Vs, Z21 into Vs divided by Z11 plus Zs, Z11 plus Zs. For this case, Vth is equal to Z12 Vs, Z12 Vs divided by Z22 plus Zs. For this case, Zth is equal to Z11 Zl, Z11 Zs. So for this case, Zth is equal to Z22 Zs plus Z11 Z22 Z12 Z21 divided by Z11 plus Zs. And in this case, Zth is equal to, here you can find out the voltage Vth. So Zth is in this side is Z11 Zs, Z12 Z21 Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21 divided by Z22 plus Zs. Yes, sir. So this is the formula for Vth and Vs. Don't remember all this formula, just find out how to derive this formula. If you understand how we have derived this formula, then it will be okay. So go through and revise more and more. You will get crystal clear concept. Okay. Second one is last question. This one is short circuit. So we will study in Y parameter. Okay. This one is the case here. What will happen? In this case, consider a two-port network shown in the figure. RL is equal to infinite. So RL is equal to infinite. This VAB will be equal to Vth. So if RL is equal to infinite, VA will be equal to Vth. So RL is equal to infinity, VAB will be equal to Vth, and Vth is how much? 20 volt. Okay, no problem. RL is equal to 0. RL is equal to 0 means load is 0, short circuit. Then I naught will be equal to IN, Norton current. Norton current is 10 ampere. Okay. So Vth and Norton current we know that. So we have find out RTh. RTh is nothing but Vth upon IN. So it will be 2 ohm. So Vth, RTh and IN we have find out. What we have given? RL, load resistance we have given. So in case of load resistance, Vth is how much? Vth is 20 volt. RTh is how much? 2 ohm. And next is RL is how much? 8 ohm. So 8 ampere, 8 ohm. Then we have to find out I naught. So I naught is what? I naught is nothing but, it is a simple question. We have to find out I naught. I naught will be equal to KVL 20 by 10. I naught will be equal to 2 ampere. I naught will be equal to 2 ampere. Simple question. We have find out. Then after we will go through the next point. But you will go through this point. This is somewhat about the Z parameter. I will take more and more question through Z two-port network, and we will discuss more and more. Just remember the summary point what we have studied and practice more and more. If you practice fully, if you give good time in two-port network, I am very sure you will solve this question. Okay. If any doubt or anything, PPT, you want PPT, so you can join PW app, or you can go through this Telegram link, Sonu Sir PW. Sonu Sir PW, you can get PPT of this class. So you can join this Telegram link, Telegram group, Sonu Sir PW. Just find out in the Telegram group. Just type in the Telegram group Sonu Sir PW. You will get the group and you will get the PDF of this lecture. Okay, thank you very much. We'll meet it again. Thank you.